Hello, wonderful third graders. We are here this morning to go over day one of week 31 of your daily language review. So at this point, you should have gone through it on your own and tried to find all the mistakes. And now you're checking in with me to make sure that you did find all the mistakes. So let's get started. Number one says, puffins look kind of like penguins, but they aren't penguins. If you haven't seen a puffin, you should look up a picture because they're really, really cute. But anyway, kinda isn't a word. It's a slang, and a lot of people, when they're pronouncing the two words that it actually is, kind of, it blends together and it ends up sounding like kinda. But really, what it should say is kind of. Two separate words. So puffins look kind of like penguins, but they aren't penguins. So our next issue is in this contraction aren't. Our apostrophe is not in the right place. The apostrophe should go in any contraction that it contains the word not between the N and the T. So we're going to cross that one out and add our apostrophe there. So it should be AREN apostrophe T. So that's it for number one. Number two, puffins have black and white feathers and orange feet. So in this problem, there are two spelling errors. The first one is in the word feathers. Feathers is spelled correctly FEATHERS. Feathers. And our next error is with the word orange. I guess phonetically that actually looks right, orange, but the word orange is correctly spelled ORANGE, orange. So that's it for number two. In number three, all we're doing is adding the correct punctuation to the sentence. Before we dive into the sentence, I do want to point out something in the beginning of the sentence. So here it says puffins with an S and then an apostrophe. So puffins beaks. So the reason why the apostrophe is after that S is because they're talking about multiple puffins. And they're showing a sense of ownership of the beaks, right? So multiple puffins beaks. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, check in with me because that's a tricky concept that we haven't discussed much yet this year. Puffins beaks are a combination of the colors red, yellow, and blue. So where we need to add punctuation is commas to these series of listed colors. So colors red, comma, yellow, comma, and blue. And then, of course, at the end of the sentence, we need a period. So that's it for number three. Number four, what we are doing is we are finding the best definition for the word dull as it's used in this sentence. So let's read it together and then we will talk about it. The puffin's beak is brightly colored in summer, but dull in the winter. Okay, so dull can have multiple meanings, as we know many words can. And both boring and not bright are two proper definitions for the word dull. But in the beginning of the sentence, it's describing the puffin's beak as brightly colored and then saying it's the opposite in the winter. So the opposite of brightly colored would be not bright. So not bright is the correct answer for number four. So that is it for day one of week 31 of your daily language review. If you have any questions, let me know.